Stronghold and BLOCKv both have very strong connections to Visa. And in part one of this video series, we dissected the nature of those relationships. And so today, I want to break down exactly what I think this Web 3.0 version of Visa is going to look like and what role the Stronghold and BLOCKv platforms are going to play. Let's dive in. To help us understand what the Web 3.0 version of Visa might look like and where Stronghold and BLOCKv are going to play a role, I've put together this graphic. But before we break it down in detail, I want to take a moment and go back and look at Web 2 and the protocol stacks that we all use today to help us gain an understanding of how these web protocol stacks work.
This is Internet Protocol Explained. Our language is very different from the language that a computer uses, so the messages that we create need to be translated from an alphabetic text into an electronic signal before they can be sent. This translation is handled in the computer by the separate modules in the communication protocol. Because these protocols, or rules of conduct, usually communicate with two or more modules, they are best described as layers in a stack of protocols. These layers are the application layer, transport layer, internet layer, the link layer, and physical layer. The messages that we send are filtered through these layers and broken down into small chunks of data called packets. We start with the application layer to create our message. One example of a protocol from the application layer that you may be familiar with is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or HTTP. The transport layer uses the Transmission Control Protocol, or TCP, to encapsulate the data blocks from the application layer. It then moves to the internet layer, where the Internet Protocol, or IP, is used to deliver the packets. These packets are delivered through the link layer, which is an Ethernet cable, to the physical layer, which is the basic hardware of your computer network.
I hope that helped gain an understanding of how these protocols build on top of each other. So let's go back to this graphic. Let's dissect it. As you can see at the base layer, what I'm calling the infrastructure layer, you'll see Stellar blockchain, the FedNow instant payment network, Ripple, right, the XRP ledger, and the ISO 2022 interbank standard that is being rolled out right now. I see that as the infrastructure layer of Web 3. Now, right on top of that, as an interface moment for the infrastructure, you'll see Stronghold, which is powered by our favorite token, SHX. And I'm calling that the financial layer, right? That's where the financial services are all going to be processed seamlessly and efficiently in real time.
Stronghold's launched a suite of products. Here are the two that we're going to talk about today. The first product is merchant financing. After onboarding to our payments platforms, merchants can access financing quickly because Stronghold uses business performance, payments history, and existing KYB data, leading to approval and funding in just 3 days. The second product is Stronghold's rewards program. You've most likely participated in one yourself, say a punch card from a coffee shop or airline points. While it's usually retailers or credit cards doing the offering, with our rewards program, the retail merchant is the recipient. They redeem their points on processing fee rebates, cash back, or Stronghold's climate-friendly SHX crypto token.
Right? Stronghold makes it so that there's real-time settlement, there's real-time data gathering, real-time accounting that's all automated. The plethora of services that Stronghold brings to the table is going to make the financial system much more efficient and save a lot of cost for the end users. The middlemen might lose out in this new Web3 economy, but at the end of the day, that's more efficient. There's always winners and losers in any industrial revolution. But at the end of the day, the economy as a whole is going to become much more efficient. So I see Stronghold as the financial layer of this Visa Web 3.0 stack. Now, right on top of that, you'll see Smart Media Technologies, which is built on top of BLOCKv. And BLOCKv has been claiming for years to be the interface moment of blockchain.
Blockchain is a protocol very much like TCP/IP. The internet is a protocol but it's not really been something that any of us use anywhere near as much as we use the internet. If you remember the very first time you used the internet and you said, what is this thing called email, or what is this thing of a web browser? That same transition is occurring right now. BLOCKv is an interface moment. It's something that's lying on top of blockchain that's going to allow blockchain to become extraordinarily usable. It's going to create tremendous amount of wealth, and it's going to change the way that we think of and use blockchain in general. I think you'll walk away with not only an interface moment, but a holy shit moment as well.
BLOCKv is blockchain agnostic, so they can run on top of any blockchain and act as an interface so that the end consumer doesn't even have to know they're using blockchain, right? Today, blockchain isn't really something that we use because it's so difficult to use. Grandma can't use it. But what BLOCKv is providing is an interface, so it's seamless. They'll still get the benefits of it, but won't have to be tech geeks like all of us, right? And that's powered by the token VEE. And what they're providing is the Web3 wallet. The Web3 wallet is the killer app of blockchain. And what the Web3 wallet, I'm calling the smart media and BLOCKv protocol layer here that's on top of Stronghold and then on top of the infrastructure layer, we're calling that the interface moment, okay, via these Web3 wallets. And in these wallets, you're going to have peer-to-peer transactions. You're going to have DeFi, data ownership. So you're going to own your own data. That alone is revolutionary. There's going to be cross-border payments, of course. Marketing and loyalty. Marketing, loyalty, and advertising is going to collapse into one. And it's in the home of that is going to be the Web3 wallet. You'll be able to build a one-to-one relationship with these brands. They're going to want access to your data that you're going to own inside of your wallet. So they're going to pay you for it. Gamification, right? Life, all these services that we do, they're going to be gamified, right? Gaming is something we all enjoy, and it's one of the fastest growing industries in the world. AI assistants, this is coming, right? Look at what Viat is doing. We're all going to have our own personal AI assistant that's going to be customized to us, that's going to help us navigate the world way more efficiently. Smart NFTs, right? The NFT 1.0, those static images, that was just the beta test. That was peanuts compared to what these smart NFTs can do. They're programmable like apps. They can change state. They're the metadata layer for all of artificial intelligence. They can, that's the new cookies, right? The data ownership. Cookies are now going to become smart NFTs and you're going to own them in your wallet. And these are just a fraction of all the benefits that the end users are going to get. And on the other side, that the corporations, the institutions, or just businesses in general, all the way down to mom and pop, are also going to get. It's going to cut out the middlemen and make many, many industries way more efficient. And it's the amount of disruption that is coming is insane. But this is obviously speculation. It's obviously not financial advice. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this graphic. What am I missing here? We can work together as a community. I mean, the people who follow me, follow Crypto Banker, follow Red Pilled Pro, follow Lift Capital. We are together building one of the strongest, most intelligent communities in crypto. So I think together we can start to put these pieces together and start to realize that these seemingly independent protocols are actually working together to build the new protocol stack for Web 3.0. And Visa is at the forefront of this. They know that if they don't adopt this new technology, they're going to get left behind. So behind the scenes for years now, they've been testing out all these different technologies, building relationships with BLOCKv and Smart Media Technologies and Vatom, with Stronghold, Stellar, Ripple. And they see the writing on the wall. If they don't adapt, they'll be the blockbuster of the financial world. But so shout out to them for making really intelligent decisions. And there might be some more stacks as we find more protocols that will fit in between this stack that I have here. But this is what I'm working on. It's going to be an evolving document over time. So stay tuned for an updated version of it. Leave your comments below. Love you guys. Peace.
You suddenly have a moment where instead of saying, wow, this is all complex and interesting that I'll watch, somebody's just going to hand you a virtual cup of coffee, and you're going to be like, oh, thanks, I'll take it to Starbucks. And that all converges in one place, right? An augmented reality coffee I can put on the table. It's in one place at one time. You can pick it up. It can change state. It can change by the weather or sports scores into something else, and you can now redeem it. It's gamified. It connects you to someone else. And that simple cup of coffee is going to represent a sea change in how we see human engagement for the next generation of the web.